Examination 4. This section of the examination tests your understanding of spoken English. The listening section has 3 parts. There are 50 questions. Mark all your answers on the separate answer sheet. Do not make any stray marks on the answer sheet. If you change your mind about an answer, erase your first answer completely. Listening test, Part 1. In this part, you will hear short conversations. From the 3 answer choices given, choose the answer which means about the same thing as what you hear, or what is true based upon what you hear. For example, listen to the conversation.
Have you tried the new coffee shop on the corner?
Not yet, but I've heard it's nice. Let's check it out.
The correct answer is B. For problems 1 through 17, mark your answer on the separate answer sheet. No problems can be repeated. Please listen carefully. Do you have any questions? Number 1.
They had a wonderful time in Florida. I wish we could have gone with them.
There's always next time.
Let's hope so.
Number 2.
Yes, but despite all that, I've got all the experience required for this job, and the interview seemed to go well.
I think you're simply looking at things through rose-tinted spectacles. Number 3.
Here's your boarding pass, sir.
Where do I have to go?
Here, it says at the bottom, Gate 24 at 3:50.
Number 4.
Do you remember when we were on vacation in Montreal and that man asked us directions in French?
Can't say that I do.
Number 5.
Martin said that we could take a shortcut by turning right just after crossing the bridge.
If the traffic weren't moving so freely, I'd take up his suggestion.
I see what you mean.
Number 6.
Is it really booked out?
Well, Saturday is the most popular night for plays. You could try calling back that morning to see if there are any cancellations.
Okay, I'll do that.
Number 7.
Can I get you another coffee?
Not tonight. I've got to go. We're having company tonight, so I need to get home to make everything shipshape.
Number 8.
Leroy's old job needs to be filled. Think you might go for it?
It's worth a shot.
You've got nothing to lose.
Number 9.
Wow, what an atmosphere. I've never seen this place so full.
Me neither. They're not even a well-known band.
I guess their promotion must have been spot on.
Number 10.
Could you do a recap for me?
Well, it's a little complicated to run through quickly, but in the booklet I've given you, you'll find everything laid out clearly.
Thanks.
Number 11.
I was wondering if you'd ever get around to showing up.
Well, I know it's not the first time, but if you knew what had happened, you'd see things in a different light. Number 12.
You look deep in thought.
Yes, my boss offered me the chance to work at our Chicago office, and I'm toying with the idea.
You'd be mad not to go for it.
Number 13.
I could come round and show you the catalogue on Wednesday morning, if that suits you.
I've got to run some errands on Wednesday. How about Thursday?
Sure, I don't see why not.
Number 14.
Look what I bought for Melanie's birthday. She adores animals, so I'm sure she'll love it.
Hey, a penguin! Isn't it cute? But don't you think she's a little too old for stuffed toys? Number 15.
I'm afraid, madam, that this table is reserved. I'm going to have to ask you to move.
Well, I never. Number 16.
It just keeps ringing. Nobody's answering.
They must have already set out for the airport, then.
Let me try their cell phone.
Number 17.
All I know is that halfway through the washing machine cycle, there was a blue flash, and then all the lights went out, and it's been dark ever since.
Don't worry, sir. It's probably just the fuse box.
End of part 1. Part 2. In this part of the test, you will hear a question. From the 3 answer choices given, choose the one which best answers the question. Example.
Let's agree to meet at 7:30 then.
The correct answer is A. For problems 18 through 35, mark your answers on the separate answer sheet. No problems can be repeated. Please listen carefully. Do you have any questions? Number 18.
It turns out I've really messed up. If you were me, what would you do?
Number 19.
Who put forward the proposal for building the shopping mall?
Number 20.
They must have been angry when you didn't show up at the airport. Couldn't you have warned them?
Number 21.
And you, madam, have you decided what you'll start with?
Number 22.
She seems really upset, doesn't she?
Number 23.
Where were you when the accident happened?
Number 24.
Vicky looked stunning at the wedding, don't you think?
Number 25.
Oh, where's Ingrid? Let me know when she comes in, can you?
Number 26.
Have a look out that window. Is it still coming down so hard?
Number 27.
What do you do on Saturday?
Number 28.
So, you've decided to keep Tammy in the dark about the new project?
Number 29.
Any word from Harry yet?
Number 30.
When you go to pay the rent, don't forget to tell him about the leak.
Number 31.
I think Frank and Kirsten really enjoy entertaining. What about you?
Number 32.
What about catching a movie tomorrow after class?
Number 33.
That firefighter was amazing. She certainly would have died had it not been for his bravery.
Number 34.
Have you seen my keys anyway?
Number 35.
Who do you think you are speaking to me like that?
End of Part 2. Part 3. In this part, you will hear 3 short segments from a radio program. The program is called Learning from the Experts. You will hear what 2 different radio guests have to say about 3 different topics. Each talk lasts about 2 minutes. As you listen, you may want to take notes to help you remember information given in the talk. Write your notes in this test booklet. After each talk, you will be asked some questions about what was said. From the 3 answer choices given, you should choose the one which best answers the question according to the information you heard. Remember, no problems can be repeated. For problems 36 through 50, mark your answers on the separate answer sheet. Do you have any questions? Segment 1. Cosmic rays are smaller than an atom. Some arrive with the energy of a tennis ball, and when they heat the atmosphere, they create showers of daughter particles that zap mountaineers and people in airplanes. What are they, and where do they come from? Siobhan O'Neill finds out.
Cosmic rays are a particular type of high-energy cosmic ray, and fittingly, given their extreme properties, their origin has recently been worked out by a team of 444 researchers from 17 countries using the biggest piece of scientific apparatus on Earth, the Pierre Auger Observatory, which occupies 3,000 square kilometers of western Argentina. Mark Johnson?
Ordinary cosmic rays originate from various events within the Milky Way galaxy, which is home to the Earth. A few, however, are real whoppers, the products of events far more powerful than those which occur in the Milky Way. These are the tennis ball equivalents, and their existence is a puzzle.
Two puzzles, in fact. The first is, what created them? The second is, how did they get to Earth at such speed?
To find answers to these questions, the team worked through the data that have accumulated since the Pierre Auger Observatory first began operating 3 years ago. The observatory, which is named after the physicist who discovered the showers caused by cosmic rays, has 1,600 detectors on the ground to record the arrival of such cascades and 24 telescopes pointing at the sky to locate the flashes of light produced by the collisions that create them.
The collaborators studied the 27 biggest events. They found that these 27 cosmic rays came from the direction of 318 active galaxies located within 300 million light-years of Earth. An active galaxy is a star system with a humongous black hole at its center. Such black holes regularly chomp up stars, and that produces a lot of radiation. The solution to both mysteries thus seems to have been found. High-energy cosmic rays are caused by black holes consuming stars.
Number 36. How many researchers were involved in the study? Number 37. What was the purpose of this study? Number 38. What did the team use for their study? Number 39. What are the telescopes used for? Number 40. What was the outcome of the study? Segment 2. It's well known that many languages are related not just to those of neighboring areas, but also to those further afield, having evolved from a common ancestor. Scientists are now finding out more and more about just how languages evolve. Barry Lee reports.
Languages evolve just as species do, and just as with organisms, the rate of evolution is hardly uniform. Some words evolve rapidly, with the result that there are many different word forms with a common origin, what linguists call cognates, for meanings across and within languages. Bird, for example, takes many disparate forms across Indo-European languages, but other words, like the word for number 2, having hardly evolved at all, so that douce in French and dos in Spanish are very similar, derived from the same ancestral sound. Linda Johnson?
If you study evolution, you immediately ask, why is that the case? Mark Pagel, a professor at the University of Reading, and colleagues Quentin D. Atkinson and Andrew Mead have come up with a mechanism to answer that question. Put simply, the more a word is used, the less it evolves.
In their research, described in Nature, they first looked at 200 word meanings across 87 Indo-European languages and determined how many cognates each had. That enabled them to develop estimates of how rapidly the words were evolving, Dr. Pagel said. They analyzed spoken and written word databases in 4 of those languages: English, Spanish, Russian, and Greek. They looked to see how frequently the words were used.
What they found was that in at least those 4 very disparate languages, correlation between the frequencies is very high. Words that were frequently used had few cognates within each language, while words that were used rarely had many. As to how frequency of word use would affect evolution, a possibility is that if errors are made in speaking common words, they may tend to be corrected.
Rarely used words may not necessarily be corrected, however, because they are infrequently heard. According to Dr. Pagel, that allows a person to develop a stronger linkage to the mutant form, and they are likely to express that form again.
Number 41. What does the speaker say about language change? Number 42. What did Dr. Pagel and his team discover? Number 43. Why did they look at 200 word meanings across 87 Indo-European languages? Number 44. What did Dr. Pagel and his colleagues discover? Number 45. What explanation did Dr. Pagel give for the evolution of words? Segment 3. Many women feel that the differing roles of men and women when balancing work and family has led to the end of the gender revolution, and that more mothers are adopting the traditional role of staying home with the children. Ed Major?
Despite what some women may think, the gender revolution is not over, according to the latest research. Social scientists claim that, far from reverting to more traditional roles, women and men are becoming more alike in their attitudes toward balancing work and family, something sociologists call gender convergence. Let's hear what Dr. Wendy Morrissey has to say.
I've just returned from a conference organized by the Council on Contemporary Families in Chicago. Researchers have analyzed findings from studies based on national census data, in-depth interviews, and dozens of surveys. What they found were that there are more similarities than differences in men and women. The evidence overwhelmingly shows an ongoing shift toward gender conversions, an ever-increasing similarity in how men and women live and what they want from their lives.
Of course, most people do recognize that mothers are working more and doing less housework, and men are working less and doing more housework and childcare than a generation ago, albeit still significantly less than women. But what the recent research has tried to tease out is information on attitudes and desires. And so far, the evidence points toward men and women having increasingly similar goals.
Yes, and convergence shows up more in younger parents. Generation X fathers spend more time with their children than do baby boomer fathers, and both sexes aspire to the same ideal of a balance between work and family. What would they do if they could not achieve that balance? The women, at least, said that rather than stay home with the children, they were intent on establishing a solid economic base.
Still, given the passions that surround this issue, the conclusions are just as likely to stir up the debate as to settle it. Women have variously argued in books and elsewhere that mothers want to work for personal fulfillment, need to work for economic security, want to raise children full-time, or want all of these things at different times. When it comes down to it, discussions about the so-called mommy wars really encompass two separate arguments, one about interpreting workforce statistics, the other about values. For instance, one prominent dispute involves the slight decline in women's employment, less than 2% since 2000 after 4 decades of steady climb.
I think there is little doubt that men and women have become more similar over time, and that gender expectations are less rigid than they used to be. The controversy really should be about whether to view these changes as positive or negative.
Number 46. What does the latest research claim about the roles of men and women? Number 47. What studies were used for analysis at the Council of Contemporary Families Conference? Number 48. What was the focus of the recent research? Number 49. What is the controversy in the mommy wars? Number 50. What does Dr. Wendy Morrissey feel the controversy should be? End of part 3. End of the listening test.